Hello everyone, it's Michelle here. Welcome to a quick bonus video. It's been a minute or two since I made a video on the Watts case, as I'm heavily into the Summer Wells case at the moment, but I came across a live stream by CDT this evening my time, and they have a Facebook group, and David Carter, who you can see on screen, was a prisoner in Dodge Correctional with Chris Watts. Now, he wasn't a cellmate of Chris Watts. David has been released. He was released in February of this year, but he corresponds with Chris, and he spent some time with Chris whilst he was in prison. He's been posting on CDT's Facebook group, and today he posted some recordings of phone calls that he's made to the FBI, to the Frederick Police Department. He's been kind of passed from pillar to post. He wants to report what Chris has told him. I'm going to play you a few seconds of one of the phone calls, but please do go and listen to the whole stream. I'll leave a link to it in the description because they've played the phone calls in full.
And I got to Dodge this last time in September, and it was that time that he told me that he was in contact with her and told me the roles that she played, and that she killed the girls and he killed Shanann, and that he was protecting her so she wouldn't go to prison.
Okay.
So David Carter is claiming that Chris Watts confided in him while in prison that it was actually the mistress, Nicole Kessinger, who killed Bella and Cece. He killed Shanann, but she killed the girls. So there's lots of people who believe that Chris didn't act alone. And if you've been watching my videos for any length of time, you'll know that I do speculate, I do theorise, but I like to stick to facts as much as we know them. I've been through the discovery on the Watts case time and time again. I've got all of the supplementary files that are available from Well County DA's office. I've been through them multiple times. I've got lots of videos on the Watts case. And I want to explore this. Is it possible that she was involved, as many people suggest? Why would David Carter lie? Well, he's got no reason to lie, except for, he's been on a few YouTube channels. He's been in the Daily Mail. His story is somewhat, when you hear him talk, his story is somewhat confused. But why he's chosen to speak to the police now, who knows? But this video is just opening the discussion, exploring the possibility that this could happen. This is Chris Watts' trip detail report from the discovery, and this is everything, every movement that Chris Watts did in his truck on the day of the murders, August the 13th, 2018. You'll see here that he arrived at Survey 319 at 6:53 a.m. It took him just over an hour to get there. He left his home, 2825 Saratoga Trail, at 5:46 a.m. and he arrived at 6:53 a.m. If you look on Google Maps to Roggan from 2825 Saratoga Trail, Survey 319 is kind of in between Keansburg and Roggan, but it's kind of out in the sticks. So, it's not a direct route. So perhaps it does take an hour or so. So is it possible that Nicole Kessinger got to Survey 319 on the morning she met Chris there? I mean, there's lots of speculation as to whether she was actually there at the home when Shanann's murder occurred. Lots of speculation on that. But Chris Watts, in his February 19 confession, the Wisconsin confession, he said that he smothered Bella and Cece at Survey 319. On Neighbour Nate's footage, we see, I believe it's a shadow of another person there, a little shadow. So As Chris says, you know, the girls were alive when they left the house. I believe that's true. So is it possible that Nicole Kessinger met Chris at Server 319 and she murdered the girls because he couldn't? Anything's possible, guys, but I don't know. I just don't know. But what we do have is Nicole Kessinger's phone bill for August the 13th. And what you'll see at 6:16 a.m., this has had much talk about it, a phone ping in Frederick, Colorado. It's unusual that Nicole's phone pings in Frederick. The only time a phone pinged in Frederick was when she was at Watts home. But it's possible that she was passing through via an alternative route from her home to work, which is in Platteville. She could have gone via Frederick. So does it mean she was at the Watts home at 6:16 a.m. or was she just passing through Frederick? Yeah, I'll let you make that decision. But we do know her location at 6:16 a.m. So if we take the fact that it took Chris an hour to get to Survey 319, one would also presume it would take Nicole an hour to get to Survey 319. So she'd get there around 7:15. So that would give her and Chris just over an hour to dispose of the bodies before co-workers arrived, for her to leave and the co-workers arrived. So what can we see in the discovery that might help us with this? Well, we do know that there was some evidence collected from Chris's personal phone, his work phone, and Nicole Kessinger's phone. These were court orders for production of records, the findings of which are sealed by the court. I actually collected a lot of evidence, and this includes location records, so all call, text and data connection location information from the time span associated with the target phone number, including all specialised carrier records, including GPS, mobile location information. So her phone might have excluded her, I guess, unless it couldn't be tracked. So there's that. At the time, Chris was at Survey 319, and even before he arrived at Survey 319, he was making sure that his colleagues were going to be elsewhere. He arrived at 6:53, as we've just said, but he told Cody Roberts, his colleague, that he was already at Survey at 6:33. So maybe it took him so long to get there because he was busy texting on his route. Maybe if Nicole got there, she got there quicker. So there's at least an hour, if not longer, for things to have occurred there. Some people argue that Chris didn't have the time to dig Shanann's grave, and I guess this just adds a little more fuel to that fire, doesn't it? But it's worth considering whether David's lying, whether Chris is on the verge of making a brand new confession. Who knows? But it's worth considering. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. I've been Michelle. I hope you're well. I'll see you in the next video. I'll be back tomorrow with a walk through the woods talking about the Summer Wells case. Bye, guys.